Hello to all lovers of history and World War II archaeology. In this video, we will show you some interesting finds and tell you the stories of their discovery. Let's cut right to the chase. Japanese Nambu Type 14 pistol. In June of this year, a Japanese Imperial Army Nambu Type 14 pistol was found by a man from Kazakhstan while he was digging on his land. This weapon was developed in 1925, based on the design of the Nambu Type 4 pistol. These pistols were the primary personal weapon of the Japanese Imperial Army in the 1920s through the 1940s and were produced until the end of the World War II. The pistol looked similar to the German parabellum pistol. A 32-year-old man immediately called the police to report the find. Officers said that the weapon had been in the ground for years and had been severely corroded and was in no condition for use. After the removal of the basic rust, it will be preserved with a special solution and will be on its way to the local museum. How this Japanese gun ended up in Kazakhstan is anyone's guess. It is possible that it was brought by a soldier who fought in the Soviet-Japanese War in 1945 and captured the gun as a trophy. A cache. This find was made in Tula, Russia. Several years ago, while repairing a roof, workers discovered a cache of cold weapons. A saber from the 19th century and several bayonet knives from the early 20th century were hidden in the attic. Since the attic was dry and there was no moisture, the condition of the finds was not bad. After a quick photo shoot, all of the artifacts were handed over to the local museum for safekeeping. Since the owners of the house changed several times, it wasn't clear who had hidden all this under the roof and for what purpose. This hiding place was probably made during the Civil War in 1917 to 1921. A pistol. Another rare pistol was found by chance in Russia. A resident of Nizhny Tagil found a pistol in her house during renovations, presumably a military model Browning from 1903, caliber 9 mm. The magazine contained 7 rounds of ammunition. The woman had been living in the house for the last 10 years and had no idea she had a gun under the roof. The gun was found during roof repairs. It appeared to be lightly corroded. The owner of the house turned the gun into the police, where it was sent for the forensic examination. The woman will receive a cash reward if the gun is found to be functional. Police are currently investigating how the gun ended up in the house, trying to determine the identity and whereabouts of the previous owners. However, it's most likely that the owner of the gun is no longer alive, and that the cache was made during or shortly after the World War II. The bandits' hideout. In Mordovia, the Russian FSB officers carried out an operation in the northeast part of the Saransk region in an abandoned garden community of Druzhba, where they found a cache of firearms and ammunition. The cache was found on June 29th under the floor of one of the cottages. There were 2 AKSU rifles, PSM pistols, Beretta, CZ, one of unknown model, revolver and a gun, homemade carbine, 4 handguns, main parts of Mosin rifle, 5 pistol magazines, 2 devices for silent shooting for AK and PSM, and more than 1,200 cartridges of various calibers. It was established that all this arsenal belonged to one of the gangs. The cache was created in 2010 and probably hadn't been used since then, as the weapons were found corroded. All weapons and ammunition found have been sent for examination. That's all for today, folks. To support our channel, you can arrange a sponsorship or send super thanks. Good luck and peace to all.